Second game we're breaking down today is going to be the Mets taking on the Padres. Second game, or third game, I believe, in San Diego. Let's double check this one here. Yes, this is the third and final game of this series. Pitching for the New York Mets is Clay Holmes. He's 9-5 with a 3.4 ERA. And I'm going to be honest with you, JD, I could see this being one of the last starts we see out of Clay Holmes. I do think the Mets are going to make some trades for some big-time starting pitching help, and I do think the Mets may shift him back to the bullpen where he originally has been for the last 5 or 6 years, where he's been an all-star closer in baseball.
That's where he should be.
Yeah, the Mets really need some relief help, and he has not been great as of late. However, he has decent numbers on the year, but when you take a look at how he's done over the last month, it would scare me with his innings going up that high because he hasn't pitched that many innings recently. So I do think that will kind of correct itself as we go. But on the other end for the Padres is Yu Darvish, and Yu Darvish has been dog shit this year, guys. There's no other way to put it. He is 0-3 on the year with a 9.18 ERA and a 1.8 whip. In only 16 innings of work, he's allowed 21 hits, 9 walks, and 2 homers. He's getting tattooed and has not had control this year. All that being said, JD, do you like anything in this game? What are you playing?
Yeah, man, I do. This is a series that I have not played an actual game yet, but today I am jumping in here because as far as Darvish goes, we actually talked about him. I believe his last start, and he ended up giving 8 earned runs and 8 hits to the Cardinals. Did not have a good start. We talked about his age, and Darvish is 2 years older than me. So that means...
Wow, you're leaking. You're pulling the curtain back. People can go look that up and find out how old JD is.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, that means you probably shouldn't be playing baseball. There are actually very few guys that can pitch and actually at that age.
Yep.
And he clearly does not have it now. So, man, this is on the season, as far as his numbers, I'm sure everybody knows they're bad. As far as his ERA is a 9.18, he has a WHIP of 1.8. He's almost allowing 2 base runners on every single inning.
JD, what has he been? What is our term?
He has been dog shit.
There's no other way to put it. That's the best way to describe what he's been. For sure.
For me, like I said, this is a straight fade here. But Clay Holmes, somebody that I just don't trust. So I'm not gonna, and then the Mets bullpen, I also don't actually trust them. So I'm staying away from all that. You can get the Mets team total over 4.5. I actually got it at plus 120. That was on FanDuel, and I believe you can still get a plus money about everywhere. And I think the value there is very good.
I'm taking the Mets, JD. I can't back another Yu Darvish start until he shows me something. He's an absolute fade, and I hate to say that because I've been a fan of Yu Darvish for years. He's been a fantastic pitcher, but you put it perfectly. Unfortunately, Father Time catches up to everyone, and he's had a ton of injuries over the last couple of years. He's had a lot of serious injuries that you don't always come back from, and he just does not look like the same Yu Darvish that we are used to and accustomed going out there and having some big quality starts. He's just not the same guy. Thomas, I am with you, brother. Thomas, I am with you. It is a little scary to take the Mets today because they have not looked great. There's no other way to put it. But before they got into this series, which they've not done well in the first 2 games of the series, they did turn it around and they were playing some good baseball. This is a very big game for this Mets team today. I do think they show up and have big performance. I know Clay Holmes has been a little iffy. I know he's been a little shaky, but I am confident this Mets team does turn it around. They do have a very good coach in Mendy. I am a big fan of their coach. I'm a big fan of the leaders that they have on this team. Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto even, I guess you can kind of consider a leader, even though that's not his strongest quality. But guys like Pete Alonso, guys like Francisco Lindor, they're going to have a team meeting. They're going to get this team rallied together because this is a big game for them. They can't get swept here. They need to win this game. And I'm very confident the Mets come out and they play a big game today. Yet again, Thomas, I agree with you. It's a little scary. I'm going to put it up again. The Mets stink. They burned him yesterday. And I know Soto is hurt, but he is in that locker room right now. He is a leader. That's why I'm talking about his leadership. They're going to have big meetings before this game and get geared up to win. This team should have no problem scoring runs today off Yu Darvish. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about how long can Clay Holmes go. But I do think it's a daytime game, which he has done a little bit better at. I do think we see a much better performance from Clay Holmes than we did in his last outing. Let's see a big Mets victory. This is a play that did make my VIP card. This is one I really do like today. So we are going to be on the